Hi, and welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to talk about Key Insight 3 online stores in physical places. Well, we're seeing online only brands like Bonobos, Glossier, Casper, and Warby Parker planning to open up physical stores or what we call brick and mortar stores across the world. So, this trend is called click to brick. So, what's driving this trend? So, things like the rising cost of last mile delivery. So, last mile delivery is basically delivering a package from the nearest shipping hub to its final destination as cost effectively and as quickly as possible. And if you really think about this whole digital shopping experience using devices like smartphones, tablets, laptops, and computers, you can't experience a product physically. For example, things like apparel, you can't touch and feel the product when you're buying it through digital mediums. So, physical store is important because you can get a good look and feel of it, you can try it out, and also compare different products very easily by touching them because human beings have much more sensors than just eyesight. Because if you look at digital screens, they can only impact your hearing and your eyesight. So there's so much sensors to it, like the smell, the aroma, and also things like touch, the material, the fabric, and all those things. So it's important to give a customer a holistic experience of your product. And also things like rise of click and collect. So click and collect is basically you shop online and set the delivery option as pick from store. So you shop online and then go to the store to pick it. So purchasing online and collect it from the store or a hub, what we call centralized location. So customers are more likely to browse through the physical store rather than the online store as they can have a look and feel of the products which are on offer. So especially categories like perfume. So if you want to explore different types of perfumes before buying and deciding on what you like best, it's impossible to do that online because you can't smell something online through screens. You have to go to the physical store to actually experience what it smells like. So that type of categories and also categories like apparel where you can wear and really understand the look and feel of it. So there are categories of items which you need to have a physical store to get a much more holistic look and feel for the particular product. And also brands can focus on using a physical location or a physical store to really portray the values and principles of their brand. So what the brand stands for and its purpose of existence. So it's much more easier to do it in a physical store rather than online because you can customize and fine tune a lot of things from the way a customer is treated once a customer enters, maybe giving refreshments, and how the customer service agents interact, how the sales representatives interact with the customer, and making them feel comfortable and at home. So, that sort of thing can't be done using digital screens. Then there's another challenge as well. So, measuring click to brick metrics is challenging. So, how exactly are you going to understand the customer? So, you can use things like GPS location or Wi Fi, but how exactly are you going to measure whether it's working, whether a strategy of shopping online and picking at the store is actually working and driving revenue? So if you're starting a physical store, you can't just go build it in a place. You need to find the ideal place that the customers would love to shop, the ideal place that customers would love to spend time so that you can have much more higher sales. Then things like returns and refunds are much easier because customers can bring the return goods to the physical store for a replacement or a refund. So if you have only an e-commerce model, only an online model, you will have to pay for returns. So this is very simple when compared to that because customers can just bring the product to your physical location or store and then get a replacement or refund. Then you can also reduce the cost to businesses as undelivered shipping and return shipping can be significantly reduced. So this is because customers can shop online and collect the goods from the physical store or physical collection center. Then another major advantage of having a hybrid model like this would be that customers can walk away with the product as they leave the store. They don't have to wait for next day delivery or spend a few days waiting for the product. They can get instant delivery. They can have the product with them and walk away with the product. And also, they can get advice and reassurance on their purchases from your employees as well. But also, we need to understand that a key success determining factor of this model would be the company's ability to manage the trade offs between separation and integration of their physical and online businesses. So, how well can you integrate it? And also, if you can't integrate it properly, how well can you separate and manage those two businesses, offline and physical, in a very efficient and productive manner? And also, another main important thing is to create an integrated journey. So, have a seamless omnichannel experience where customers can start with the physical store, end up with the online store, or start with online and end up with the physical. So, an integrated journey is the key in giving the best customer experience and also benefit to the business. Let's look at a small example. So let's take a scenario where a customer walks into a pet store to buy dog food. So the first experience or encounter would be the customer is speaking to an employee of the store to understand what type of pet food is available in store and what's the best pet food for their dog. So the employee speaks on the various options available for their dog and gets the customer to decide on the best possible option. So when you have a lot of options and when you can understand the benefits and pros and cons of it, so it's easy to make a much more better choice, but also you feel confident about your decision that you have made the right choice. So once the customer decides that they want this particular pet food and then makes a payment and gets the pet food, the employee also states that, hey, we have a website and you can sign up for this pet food if you like it on a subscription basis. So maybe like a 20-kilogram packet of pet food delivered every month or so. So now the customer is aware that the physical store is there, but also an online store is there. So the customer goes home and feeds their dog and then goes online and then checks the website. So the pet food is there. So after a couple of days of giving the dog the pet food, they are fully satisfied with the pet food and decides to make a recurring purchase or a subscription from their website. So they select an option and say they want a 20-kilogram packet of pet food delivered every month. So now the customer is really happy because it's very convenient. You don't have to buy dog food every month. Package automatically comes to your doorstep every single month. But from a business perspective, it's good that we have locked in a customer. We have ensured that the customer remains a long-term potential customer because of the subscription model. So you have to really think about a very innovative way of how you can connect customers through your physical and online store if you have both and get them on an amazing journey, on a long-term value delivering journey for both the customer and the business as well. Well, that's about it for this lecture. I'll see you on another one.